question. Because we living here in Española, where there's a lot of poverty and homelessness is on the rise, it's really, you could say that, yeah, Langar Seva is really well needed, but I actually find that it's interesting because I don't find that it actually has gone up that much. People don't really want to eat langar. They don't want to. Yeah, it was a surprise, and this has been happening since COVID, once we did a whole uh, a food program, and it didn't like take off the way I thought it would with the amount of people that we see that are hungry. It's a different, and I think that really the one that this is an interesting concept of Seva. Um, Guruamrit Singh Khalsa, one of the things I read from him is that Guruamrit Singh said that to be a good person, you need to do, I think it was four things. One of them is kind of a twofer, which was eat less, sleep less, be kind and forgiving, and be compassionate. Or I think he used the word merciful. Mind actually is really what everyone needs for themselves, and how they communicate and relate and treat others is to be compassionate. And I consider it a seva because it actually is very hard. It to be able to have empathy for the other person and put yourself in their shoes and realize that, let's not judge the people around us. Let's be compassionate towards them. It takes a lot of self-control and willpower and being in control of the mind and the ego. And I really feel like that's what's actually the most needed all around the world from everyone, is this working on yourself to be more compassionate towards everyone. It would make the world a better place. Um, and I don't know if you can consider that a seva, but I kind of do. People like it when you treat them as an equal. In a small town, you see the same homeless people day in and day out sometimes. And I got to a point where they didn't, yeah, we were, if it was just going into Walmart to go grocery shopping and you'd buy your whatever, I'd always buy some extra stuff, whether it's a bananas or these small packets of cereal and milk that are easy to just hand out for people, something like that. But yeah, it got to a point where it was like the same guys that you see, they kind of like, that's not what they're looking for. I mean, they're looking for a specific thing, which is drugs and money for that, but it doesn't, even that you could just see it in their eyes, that they're just like this kind of longing. And they're usually treated so poorly by people, that, yeah, I think just being treated as a fellow human being actually really is nice for them. But yeah, it still comes down to compassion and just, yeah, not judging, but really just trying to be present emotionally for the people at the time when they're there.